morning, everyone. Welcome to this webinar entitled Teen Side Out, Understanding and Communicating with Teens. I am Dr. Maria Cristina Tuazon, your moderator for today. For a better viewing experience, let me guide you through this Zoom webinar. You can click View options on top, move your cursor over Zoom ratio, click Fit to Window, check the side-by-side mode so you can have a good view of the slides and the speakers. Click the chat box for your questions, answers to questions, and your comments during the webinar. Should you wish to leave the webinar before it ends, click on the Leave button below. We are happy to announce that we will be now streaming live on the Facebook pages of the Medical City Institute of Pediatrics, the Center for Developmental Pediatrics and Feeding Clinic, and the Medical City. You may share this to your friends who cannot log in Zoom, and the replay of this webinar will also be aired on our FB pages and YouTube channel. So welcome again to our Zoom and Facebook participants to our webinar entitled Teen Side Out, Understanding and Communicating with Teens. Our webinar series is called Institute of Pediatrics Learning Academy's Coffee and Conversations. We hope to fill your morning with gems to power up your Saturday morning. So grab a cup of coffee and just relax. Before we start our webinar, let us view the video from the Medical City Center for Developmental Pediatrics. Thank you. This webinar is brought to you by the Institute of Pediatrics Learning Academy. Watch out for this logo for our future webinars. Now I have my coffee and I am ready for our conversation. To start our webinar, allow me to introduce our speakers for today. She is a consultant of the Adolescent Medicine and Clinical Toxicology at the Medical City, the president and founding member of the Philippine Society of Adolescent Medicine Specialists, the past president and current member of the Society of Adolescent Medicine Society of Adolescent Medicine of the Philippines. Let me welcome to you Dr. Nerissa Dando, or Iris, Doc Iris for short. Good morning, Dr. Dando.
Good morning,
Hello.
Ayes. Good morning. Thank you,
Good
everyone, for
morning. Is your
attending.
coffee ready with you?
Yes, I'm ready with my coffee.
Good morning.
Thank
Good
you.
morning.
Good morning,
Our next,
everyone.
okay, good morning. Our next speaker is also a consultant of the section of adolescent medicine at the Medical City Institute of Pediatrics. She's a diplomate of the Philippine Society of Adolescent Medicine Specialists and a member of the Society of Adolescent Medicine of the Philippines. So good morning. Let me welcome Dr. Darlene Pecache. Good morning, Dr. Dar. Where are
Darna
you?
lang. Hi, good morning, Doc. Darna
Hello.
lang. Hello,
Good
everyone. Hi,
morning.
Dr. Iris. Good morning and welcome. Thank you, Dr. Ais. Now it's my turn to introduce you, as our moderator. So, Dr. Ais, to us, is actually Dr. Maria Cristina Tuazon. She is also a consultant of the Medical City and Providence Hospital. She's the head of the Medical City Human Milk Bank and a member of the Medical City Institute of Pediatrics Residency Training Unit, as well as the pediatrics, as well as the breastfeeding committee. She's also a member, mukhang ito yung advocacy ni Doc, no? She is a member of the PPS breastfeeding committee. So hello
Yeah.
everyone. It's nice to see you, Doc, virtually. Kahit
Good
virtually.
morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning to all our participants. I think for every webinar that we have, we have participants from all over the
Hello.
Philippines. Sometimes nga outside of the Philippines pa. Diba?
Correct.
So
Correct.
maybe,
Hopefully, oo nga, Ayes, hopefully the
yeah,
weather is okay. Hindi ba may bagyo?
yeah,
Oh my God, si Agon. So hopefully the internet connection is okay. So they
yes,
can hear us
yes.
better.
Sayang naman. Because we will talk about very important stuff for parents like me, because I'm also a parent. Aside from a pediatrician, I am a parent of 2 adolescents, diba? Nandun ako sa stage na yun na. So, every day is a battle. Okay.
Okay.
So, thank you. Thank you for joining us this morning as we all have coffee. So, may mga coffee niyo dyan. Yan.
Yeah,
And
Doc.
let's chat about a very exciting topic today. So again, as a mother of 2 adolescents, I am also very much looking forward to today's conversation with our adolescent medicine experts. So have you ever heard people saying, enjoy nyo na yung mga anak nyo while they are young? Kasi once they become teenagers, hindi na sila sasama. Yan, nararamdaman ko na yan eh. Hindi na sila sumasama, sakit na ng ulo, di ba? This is a typical scenario which I am sure a lot of parents relate to. Your teen comes home from school. Your teen, comes home from his or her school. You ask them, "Oy, how was your day? Kamusta school?" And they just answer you with a shrug. Oh, okay. O kaya, buti sana ko okay. Minsan, K na lang. Or you are planning a
nada.
family trip, di ba? Ganon. Or planning a family trip and you ask your, excited ka kasi family di ba? And you ask your teenage son or daughter, oh, what activity do you want? Anong gusto niyo gawin? Excited ka. And then ang sagot sa'yo, whatever. Diba?
Whatever.
Diba?
Correct.
While
Sobrang
on their
sweet
phones,
mo.
Doc.
Oo, yung
Oo
phone
nga.
talaga. And
O
this
kaya
is very,
sumasagot pero nakaganyan sa phone.
nakatingin sa phone. Very, very frustrating for parents like me. So I want to hear your thoughts, dear audience. So, ano natin mag-participate naman dyan, yung mga yung ating audience. By answering this question in our chat box. What do you think is the most difficult topic to talk about with your teens? Yan. Ano bang topic yung medyo mahirap pag-usapan with your teens? Okay. Let's see. Oh, wala akong nakikita. Yan, okay. Uy, sexuality, sex.
Oh my God, hindi natin mapag-uusapan yan.
Dr.
Eating habits.
Foy. Yeah.
Separate ano yan, separate topic yung
Daming
sexual.
daming sexo.
Oh
Puro
my,
sexuality.
oo.
Oh,
Eating habits. Dr. Michelle Rivera.
Kaka-relate ako dyan.
Eating
feelings and
habits.
emotions. Feelings and emotions. Gadget use,
Oo
paano ba
nga.
yan?
Yan
Diba?
talaga ngayon, ang in.
So,
Yes.
family
Time
problems, and
problems.
school. Minsan kala mo, dali lang school, no? Pero mahirap. They're
Naku,
insecure.
correct. Dami namin yan ang cause ng mga problems nila. School. Talaga.
Sleep.
Ito, hirap ako dito. Fluidity of genders. Hindi ko
Oh
nga
my.
maintindihan.
Oh, kasama yan sa sexuality issues, ay.
Oo. Peer pressure, love life, mga crush. Okay. So,
I think, Doc,
talking about
we have this parang for our next webinars, parang alam na
Oo.
natin, no?
abangan nila
Parang-
yan.
What to talk about.
Correct. Parang
Okay.
nag-explore lang tayo ng mga gusto ng audience, no? Kasi we won't be
Oo.
able to tackle everything in one
Yes.
less than an hour.
Talking to teens can be very challenging talaga. I think it will help us parents if we knew what really goes on in their minds. Ano may iniisip nila? And we have Dr. Iris here to shed light on this. So I give you the floor, Dr. Dando.
Okay, thank you, Iris. No, I agree with you. Some parents really are at a loss on how to talk to their children, especially the teenagers. Pero sige, clarify muna natin what is this group of adolescents. When we say teens, these are children from 10 years old until 18 years and 364 days. Wow, very, very precise, no? Although in some textbook, iba-iba, pero here in the Philippines, we want to stick to this age group na 10 to 18 years and 364 days. And thinking about our today's title, no, for our webinar, we were actually inspired by this movie. Naku, napanood nyo na ba ito? This is The Inside Out, na may part 2 na. Okay, so remember this girl, teenage girl na named Riley, and of course, her different moods, which really shows the different personality or moods of a teenager. So, the challenge for both the teens and the parents is the teens' cognitive development. So, do you recognize these behaviors? I'm sure you do, no? May mga teenagers dyan just to argue for the sake of arguing, makasagot lang, 'di ba? Parang nang-aasar lang. To be self-centered, they all feel that they are the center of attraction. And to constantly find fault in adults' possession, laging kinokontra. And of course, to be overly dramatic. Di ba lagi nilang sinasabi, hindi nyo ako naiintindihan. Okay? So, do you agree with these descriptions? Is this normal for adolescents? Actually, yes, these are normal behaviors. So, talking and reasoning with adolescents can really be very tough. And why is that? Because the cognitive processes and skills of the teens are not yet fully developed and to continue to grow over the years. No, we mentioned 10 to 19 years. So continuous process yan. Increasingly, the adolescents fine-tune their abilities like thinking abstractly, analyzing situations logically, thinking realistically about their future goals and goal setting, moral reasoning, and entertaining hypothetical situation of metaphors. And so, they still need guidance, especially from adults, for rational decision-making. So, not all of them will turn into monsters naman. And so, like I have mentioned before, understanding how they think will certainly help parents to talk to them. So, understanding teens means knowing about their teen brain. Of course, there's child brain, teen brain, and adult brain. Bakit very separate itong teen brain? First, because their brain is not fully developed until their mid-50s. Sabi ng mga textbook, until 25 years old. So medyo matagal pa yan, di ba? Bago mag-mature ang brain ng ating mga teenagers. And yes, recently, there have been studies about or research in adolescent brain development that demonstrated that the brain is really still developing from back to the frontal area. So we call this the prefrontal cortex, where the brain evaluates risk. So there are still neural connections being formed until the mid-20s that we mentioned. This confirms what parents probably have known all along, no? That adolescents do not process and think the same way as adults do. It does not mean they are broken or abnormal, ha? It just means that we have to support them as they navigate and learn new experiences, whether it's good or bad. So we mentioned this is the prefrontal cortex. This is the last part of the brain to mature, and this is the area of organization, planning, problem solving, and making good decision. So wag kayong mag-expect too much from our adolescents just because they look so big na and adult that their thinking or decision-making skills are already adult. Hindi pa. And because the prefrontal cortex is still developing, teens might rely on a part of the brain called the amygdala to make decisions. So if you look at the screen, so yan yung nasa gitna. So this is the amygdala part. This is associated now with emotions, impulses, aggression, and instinctive behavior. So makikita natin yung mga teens natin very emotionally driven because the amygdala is the one predominantly working when there are decision-making things that they need to do. So yan ang problema natin. Hindi naman problem, but this is the normal development in the child or in the teenagers that makes them more emotional in their decision-making skills.
So the teen brain pala, Doktora, no? This all makes
Yes.
sense now. We think of teens kasi, yun nga sabi mo, as mature,
Correct.
grown individuals because nga they look like adults, no? Mukha na silang
Yes.
parang ano
Mama
lang
and
natin. Oo.
ano.
But the teen brain explains why they think that way. Thank you, Doktora, ha? Teens, much like children, definitely developing pa sila. They're still developing.
Tama, Ayis, no? Yes, teens are still developing. And as parents, we have to see this period as something we appreciate. This is a period of remarkable growth and opportunity for us to teach them and guide them. So, with our concept of the teen brain, this is what we know of our teens, ha? They can display strong emotions kasi as we have mentioned, amygdala is still the one that is developing very rapidly. They enjoy testing limits, very adventurous, seeking out new possibilities, so allowing them to grow if given clear limits within which they are free to try new things. But then, very important, adult guidance shapes these teens.
So I really appreciate this image of our teens. They do have very strong emotions and they enjoy, nako talaga ito, they enjoy tasting our
Patience.
patience.
Correct.
Hindi ko talagang no? But I agree, our guidance is very important to them. Pero Doktora, why is it that while they are an open book, to their friends, to their peers, they won't open up naman to us parents?
Oo nga eh. Yes, Alice, I agree with you. And this is because this is related to their neurobehavioral maturations. So adolescents may experience, as we have mentioned earlier, increased intensity of emotion and greater inclination to seek experiences that create such high intensity emotion. But let me show you this busy slide. Sorry, medyo madami, no? But this is a very good table to show you the milestones in the cognitive and psychosocial development of a teen through early, middle, and late adolescence. So may mga separation niya na stages for our adolescents. So aside from cognitive changes and growth that we have mentioned, the adolescent need to accomplish some other developmental task that includes yung nakalagay dito, self-concept, identity formation, so achieving independence from family or parents, and then adapting peer codes. Kaya mas gusto nila sa kanilang peers. And not only the codes, but lifestyles, and of course, establishing sexual ego and identities. So if you can look at this table in the early adolescence, the teens are preoccupied initially with changing body, very self-conscious, and attractiveness, yan ang mga gusto nila. But there is also an increased need for privacy. Yan. And exploration of boundaries, no? So may dependence versus independence. Yan yung medyo na-confuse na sila or medyo nahati na yung kanilang mga decision. So, but as we have mentioned, peer codes is very important for them. But for early adolescent, they want more of the same sex peer affiliations. So very prominent yan. In the next table, as you can see, in the middle adolescent period, there is now conflicts, no, over control and independence. So may struggle na yan. Gusto na nila greater autonomy and increased separation from parents. Obvious na, di ba, mas gusto na nila mas kasama yung mga friends and peers rather than going with their family members. Because there is now intense peer group involvement. They are now more preoccupied with peer culture and conformity is very evident. So in yung sense of belongingness ng peers, naku, yan yung very prominent in the middle adolescent. And in the late adolescent, as you can see, don't worry, in the late adolescence, emotional and physical separation from family is now observed with increased autonomy. Kasi meron ng sense of identity yan, mga yan. But there is re-establishment now of adult relationship with parents. So adult relationship na. And the peer group and values recede in importance more on intimate relationships na. Kasi nga nababago na ng kanilang brain functions, nagde-develop na into maturity. So, going back to your question kanina, Ayis, how to encourage them to talk to us? Let's see. Usually, di ba, when we see them, these are the things that we ask them. Who are you going to be with? Saan ka pupunta? What time will you be home? Naku, baka makulitan na yan. But this seem to be the hallmarks of being caring, active, and involved parents. Kesa naman yung deadma, di ba, na pinababayaan lang nila kung saan-saan. Over time, it's not the who, when, where, and why. It's not what we ask. It's the way these things are asked, the manner and timing we ask them. It's what we know and understand about our teens.
Tama, tamang-tama, Doktora. When we bombard them with questions, di ba?
Correct.
Ano,
Lalo
lalo
nainis.
silang lalo silang hindi magsasalita. And the parent will end up getting very frustrated. Tapos away na. So
Correct.
fights start to happen there. So it is what we know pala. It is what we know, and I believe this means knowing our own children.
Yes, exactly, Ayes. So we want to be the kind of parent whose teenage children will choose to share what's going on in their life. We want our children to know that they can count on us to look out for them. And we must be the voice in their heads na helping them maintain good judgment. Hindi yung kung ano yung sinasabi ng peers, kung ano yung sinasabi ng kapitbahay, kung ano yung sinasabi sa gadget, in the internet.
Yeah.
We have to guide them. We've got to parent them in ways that make our children want to share their experiences and consult us for their concerns and problems rather than other people. Diba?
Nga naman, diba? So then, what are the strategies naman of effectively communicating with our teens? So this time, we'll ask Dr. Dar naman. She is here to talk about tips naman on how we can communicate with our teens. Dr. Dar.
Hi, Doc. Good morning again, everyone. Thank you, Dr. Iris, for setting the tone for this morning's webinar. Sabi nga, we really have to understand them first before we, learn to how to communicate as parents, how to communicate with our teens. So we actually definitely we want them really to talk to us, diba? But I always say this, that the foundation of good communication really is love, concern, and respect, which is really should be the way naman talaga, diba? Even with adults. And first, I think for teens, it's the way that we listen. The way that we listen to them tells them that, they can come to us, that they are free to talk. So the next really tip is to first to be calm and to control our reactions. Before we talk to them, let's as parents, no, and as adults, 'di ba sabi nga natin, their brains are not yet mature, pero as adults, pretty much, di ba, we're all mature na in terms of brain development. So, tayo, we check our own emotions. And we have to listen deeply and very calmly. Kasi as they said kanina, when we react strongly, yun yung talagang very angry, ganyan, or very suspicious, no, they will stop telling us things. And they will think that, when they tell things, it can make us angry or hindi sila comfortable to talk to us. So after that, so you control our reactions. Next, is to be a good listener. Itong tip na to, kahit naman, di ba, with our friends, with other family members, we want to be slow to speak but quick to listen. We want to be genuinely interested as to ano yung sinasabi ng mga teens natin and curious about what they're saying. When you say genuinely interested, take time to talk to them without any distraction, without gadgets, no? We have to be role models. If we say na, no gadget when we're talking, tayo din dapat as parents. Um, we try to we have to be role models to our teens. Next is to listen, like I said, with respect, without judgment, as we want them to know that our home is a zone of safety. Even if sometimes mahirap, not without judgment, kahit na what they're saying, we're not totally agreeing with them. Yeah, let them speak, and we listen very calmly. Next is what we call active listening. You check in and reflect on what the teen or what your child is saying. So for example, mayroon ako dito mga form of words, no? Kunyari, nag-uusap kayo, no? May sinasabi siya. Active listening statements can be like this. Tama ba? I think I heard na you say na you wanted to quit kasi you want, more free time. Tama ba ito? Or would I be correct to think that this was what you meant? Ito ba yung ibig mong sabihin? Pwede mong, tama ba yung naiisip ko? Or I was following you up until may sinabi kang ganito. Could you explain to me what you meant after that? Para alam nila that we're listening, di ba? And it's a two-way conversation. So, basically, we want to guide our teens kasi nga, we want to help them clarify, no, kung ano yung naiisip nila, to clarify their own thoughts. They really need our guidance on that. Next, tip on how to communicate, like I mentioned, is to react little. So we talked about active listening, no? Talagang without distraction, without judgment. Kasi nga, di ba, our kids, malalaman niyo yan, will not talk to us if we judge, or worse, if we get mad, or even accuse them, di ba? So, hindi sila lalapit sa atin. We want them to actually, like I said, be a two-way conversation. We want them to take part on the conversation, and if we have solutions later on, we want them to take ownership of that. No, it gives them, parang empower them to be part of a solution kung yun yung pinag-uusapan nyo. This thing I read, no, is it's a funny concept, no? It's called the parent alarm. I'm sure all parents, no, or those who take care of or interact with teens have activated the parent alarm. So pag na-activate ito, sasabihin natin, oh no, mapapahamak siya, my teen is in trouble, no? Pwedeng mangyari sa kanya to, mapahamak, maaksidente, ganyan. So we jump into conclusion before we even, finish listening or letting them talk to us. For example, pag nagtanong sa inyo, mom or dad, anong masasabi mo po, or what would you say if one of my friend wants to get drunk in a party? So ayan na, no? So we catastrophize, ayan na, parent alarm is activated, and we say, nako, I knew it. This new school of yours, hindi talaga mababait yung mga classmates mo, mga bad influence ang classmates mo na yan. Wag na wag kang pupunta sa party na yan. 'Di ba? So galit na tayo agad because we're just simply asking a question. When in fact, parang magandang opportunity ito to talk to our teen about very calmly, of course, to talk to them probably about peer pressure, no? Or to talk about the risks of underage drinking. So instead of, activating the parent alarm, you listen to them and, look for like teachable moments, no? On how and take that opportunity. Parents, like I said, we have to check ourselves as well. And before we start the conversation, maybe, like I said, be calm and start talking in a quiet space without any distraction. And at this point, I'd like to call in my partner, Dr. Radando, to talk more about the parent alarm.
Thank you, Dar. Nako, that's correct, no? When we activate the parent alarm, naku, hindi na yan titigil of bad thoughts. So we can really relate, no? Siyempre, very conscious yung mga parents eh. Mas, feeling ko mas nauna silang mag-panic
Yes.
compared to the adolescent. So they're on full alert that sometimes the parents end up, as you have mentioned, catastrophe, no? Parang sila yung mas distraught. Sila yung mas hype, sila yung mas
Mm.
takot, no? But what do our
Yeah.
teens hear? Pag tinatalakan sila or mo na, di ba? Blah, 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 blah. And they respond actually, nagde-deaf na sila. Parang wala na silang naririnig. They're
Yeah,
stuck.
they tune out, Doctora.
Correct, correct. So parang ang lagi nang sinasabi, pasok dito, labas sa kabila. Pero, but that's not what we don't want to happen, di ba? We want really to educate and teach our children of being safe, di ba? Yun naman ang gusto natin eh, safety and health for them. So, as mentioned by Dar earlier, remember to take a break and remain calm if you can. So, wag sasabayan yung bugso ng damdamin. Hala, wala na talaga
Like that.
mangyayari pag nagsalpo ka na ng usap and sigawan. So, our next tip actually for our parents is to offer constructive feedback. Parang ang daling sabihin, Dar, no? Pero actually, easier said than done talaga. So, I really admire parents who would be able to be very calm in these situations.
Yeah.
So, in routine conversations kasi, baka we can unintentionally minimize, no, belittle, or shame them. Naku, yan po ang iingatan natin. Kasi, adolescents can be particular sensitive, no, to our reactions. Naku, super, super sensitive pa yan. Kahit anong konti lang sabihin nyo, punahin nyo lang yung buhok, punahin nyo lang yung pagdadamit. Naku, big issue. Ayaw nang lumabas, ayaw nang sumama.
Yeah.
So they may stop talking to us for just very simple reason. They may shut down if they sense we are trying to control them and manipulate them. So, another thing, naku, na wag niyo pong gagawin, try to avoid giving hurtful words. Hala, that we cannot take back anymore. Oh my God. So, matatatak yan sa kanila parang for a very long time. And
And they
minsan
won't talk to you,
forever.
Doc, diba?
Correct. Bigla lang nagsa-shutdown. Ito nga for parents, ako, I remember that in my counseling in my patient. Initially kasi talagang medyo controlled pa ako eh. Pero eventually, tao lang po ako. So sometimes talaga napuno na ako. Hala, sinabihan ko na siya. After that, nako, hindi na tumigil hindi na nagsasabi sa akin. So natigil talaga yung communication. So talagang you have to be very careful with what we say to our teens because they are really very sensitive. So ang hirap, no? We have to control ourselves. We have to understand their situation. So really, it's a very difficult process. But there is always ways, di ba? So you have to practice being calm, being very controlled with your emotions when you're talking to your teens. So, let us guide them to shape their own ideas. Yun naman yung very important kasi nga we are guiding them in this transition period when they become more adults later pa. Sorry, hanggang mid-20s talaga, no? But hopefully by late adolescence, meron naman talaga na maagang nagiging maganda yung skills with regards to decision making. Pero kung talagang makulit, so okay, these are some tips when you want to start setting limits. No, meron kasi talagang mga pasaway na adolescents. So, but you have to communicate these limits to the adolescents. Why you are doing this? You have to emphasize that this is for their own health and safety. So, but since the teens kasi ito nga yung may sense of independence na sila that they want to have their own autonomy. Let the teen have a say. Bayaan nyo sila magsalita ng mga concerns nila and then meet halfway to a win-win situation that both of you will be amenable to this kind of parang certain conditions that you want to uphold in your own rules and regulations in your home. But be very consistent, and be fair. Naku, lalo kung maraming teens, no? Kaya believe ako, naku, like Ice, 2 adolescent yata. So you have to be consistent and fair to your teens and children. And most especially, don't forget your values. Ito talaga, this is the foundation of the moral values and eventually the development of your child into a mature adult later on. Okay?
Wow. Thank you, Dr. Iris and Dr. Dar. Dami ko rin natututunan Dami ko rin natututunan sa inyo. We now understand how teens think. A little different from us adults. And this is why sometimes simple conversations nga turn into big arguments. Sabi nga Dr. Iris, 'di ba? Pansinin mo lang yung parang maliit na bagay.
Correct. Ay, naku, big thing yan.
na.
Yes,
Yes,
correct.
the parent alarm is activated. But there's another alarm that parents should also activate, and this is the love alarm. Ito mas kalmado na tayo dito sa love alarm. Today, we do not only talk about the negative conversations, but also we want to communicate our love to our children, diba? And so for our parents in Zoom and in all the participants, parent participants, please answer this question. Yan. In our chat box. What do you think is your love language? So how do you communicate your love to your children? Is it through quality time, acts of service, through gifts ba, physical touch, words of affirmation, or a combination of all of the above? May all of the above.
All of the above agad.
But si Jennifer, boy, lahat sila combination.
Oo nga.
O ba?
Tama
Service.
naman.
Do we see our
So may mga combination din
doctors?
talaga.
Combination.
Yeah.
Majority sa kanila combination talaga.
O,
Hirap
kasi
na
minsan
naman kung one lang,
lahat,
diba?
correct. Oo. Minsan hindi
Diba?
applicable baka, right?
Acts of service.
Quality time.
I
Oy,
like
maganda
quality
yan.
time.
Yes,
Yeah.
agree with
Cute.
Quality
Marge.
time.
Also, I like gifts also. I love giving gifts.
Ako rin, I like
Mga
it.
kids.
So
I
bagay
like
hindi
to
naman
shop for
kailangan
them.
material diba?
Oh, I love
Oo
to shop for them.
naman. Yeah.
Combination.
Or yung iba parang sige, unlimited gadget weekends. Hindi naman.
Hirap.
Mahirap, oo, hindi pwede.
Yes. Yan. So, ang dami na all of the above, no?
Oo, pwede
Ganda
naman kasi.
All of the above. Okay.
Right.
So, majority tayo, all of the above. Acts of service.
Okay.
Acts of service.
Yeah.
At parents, talagang may acts of service tayo.
Every day,
Correct.
Doc.
Diba?
Lagi yan. Dapat.
Oo. Okay.
Okay.
Sige, let's start.
Thank you. Yes, thank you to our participants for answering our survey. It's nice to know. I know your parents also, physicians as well. But basically we're all parents. So thank you for sharing your thoughts on this. So we wanted to talk about something. Hold on.
Ala.
Something heartwarming. Buti na lang hindi coffee iniinom ko.
Okay.
Something heartwarming. Kasi nga, di ba I said kanina, our love, respect is really the most protective. Our love is really the most protective force we can give our children. And there are many ways to demonstrate. So you likely as parents, you communicate love to your children by telling them, the most simple, the telling I love you. It may not apply to everybody, di ba? May mga iba very awkward pa, di ba? Ako din, nung bata ako, awkward ako to say I love you. But when I got a little older, parang masarap na sinasabi. And of course, you have to mean it. So next is you see the best in them, knowing what they're good at, not just the grades, but what they're good at. Next is we protect them, no? That's how we communicate our love. Definitely. We make them feel that they're safe. Next is we prepare them to navigate the world around them, no? Prepare them as they become adults, no? Compassionate, kind, and respectful adults. Next is that we are there for them, no? We are there with our presence, no? Every day, minsan busy, but yeah, let them know that we're there for them to listen anytime. They may not want to talk, di ba nga? Sometimes, quiet lang, or they say, I'm okay. But yeah, let them know that you're there for them to listen, and anytime they want to talk, you're there. We do things for them. Acts of ano, 'di ba? Ano yun? Acts of sabi ni Doktora, 'di ba? We do things every day for them. And next is we get out of their way. So we let them test limits, normal, no? We get them to learn to see who they are, but definitely within safe boundaries. So we love because we want to show them that they are worthy of being loved. And love is really the foundation that affects their behavior. And love also gives them a sense of security, not just in the which starts at home, and they will bring it to them when they're in the outside world.
Wow,
Very,
thank you, Dr. Dar.
mahilig
And
ako sa
Dr.
love,
Iris. Oo nga.
Sobra.
We appreciate the things
Overflowing.
that we have talked about. Dami natin na pag-usapan this morning. So for this part now, we are going to entertain questions from our audience. But before we start, we just have magsho-shout out lang ako kasi ang dami naming nakita
Go
na
ahead.
Yes, oo nga.
Oo.
Thank you,
From
thank you.
our Medical City family, nandyan si Dr. Ashok Kua. Hello,
Ayan,
Dr.
Dr. Shock.
And then si Soy, Dr. Soy.
Of
Gracia
course. Dr.
here.
Soy.
Dr. Clarice Pangilinan, our resident din before in
Oo
our
nga.
program.
Clarice.
Our director, Dr. Agnes Alba. Hello.
Hi, ma'am.
Yes, and other media colleagues pa outside of Medical City. We have Dr. Amelia Fernandez of PPS.
Oh my God. Dr.
Nandito si
Fernandez.
Dr.
Hello
Fernandez.
po.
And then we have Dr. Alvin Florentino,
Ay,
critical
Sir
care
Alvin. Oh my
specialist.
God.
Yes. And baka, syempre, your colleague, Dr. Pia Parker
Yes, of
Serpiento,
course.
from Makati
Doc Pia.
Adolescent Medicine
Of
Specialist.
course. Doc Pia, hello.
Yan. Hello to everyone.
Abigail also
And
is here, Doc. Abigail Matematico Cardinal, who's also an
Wow.
adolescent med
Oo.
from Baguio.
Yes, from
Wow.
Baguio, si
Good
Ave.
friend.
Hello. Sino
Oo
pa ba?
Dr.
nga.
Cindy,
Baka
hello.
makita pa kayo. Baka
Tsaka
may
yung-
makita pa kayo.
Ayis, nandito
Yes.
yung mga
Dead
pinsan
friend.
ko, o, di ba? Si Efe
Shout
and
out sa pinsan ni
Talaga
Dr.
naman,
Lori.
Fernando.
My God, ang tagal ko na hindi nakikita tong mga to. Dito pa
Talaga.
Si Ma'am Sel, Di Maala from Niku is also watching.
Family.
Hello, Ma'am Sel. Yan.
nga.
Okay, pag may makita pa tayo, we will just
May
acknowledge it.
question. Actually, yung
Yes.
question. Ang aking PEDSA batchmate, si Dr. Sheila Pe, ayan, nasa chat na.
Oh,
Esther is
good.
here. Sorry.
Sige. Or maybe we can start with that
Yes.
question.
O, yun nga eh. Sige,
Dr. Dando.
agree. Hi,
So,
Shi. Oo.
Because friendly Dr. Dando, si Dr. Dando ang
Of
sasagot.
course.
So,
Oo,
how
ako
often?
na. Kasi
Si
Dr.
Dr. Sheila?
Yes,
Sige.
Dr.
How
Sheila Pe.
often? Okay, how often do we ask adolescents with high-risk behavior to come for follow-up but currently stable naman? And
Stable.
suggestions on tips on how to encourage them, make them comply,
Yeah,
to
nako.
follow
Si
up.
Sheila, okay. Dr. Sheila
Dr.
Fe is actually from La Union yan, way from the
Wow.
north pa. Okay, batchmate ko yan. At saka ano yan, PMA president ng chapter nila before. Wow, o diba Sheila? But I'm very glad for Sheila because they're also actively have a lot of programs for adolescents. So this is a very good question because we really have some adolescents who have some mental health issues, right? But they are stable. Ako, it depends, Sheila. It depends on the condition of the patient. Kung stable, but if they're not stable, nako, mas maganda every week or every 2 weeks because you really have to monitor, especially if they become very impulsive and yung suicidal thoughts nila, you have to monitor. But kung stable naman, then it depends on the condition talaga. Pwede ng 1 month or even 2 months, depending on your rapport and depending on your communication. Because some patients, meron talagang contact number ng mga physician, di ba? Or even the secretary in the clinic. So they can call anytime if something happens or biglang nagkaroon ng mga attacks, then you can easily call any of the physician or the secretary to have a follow-up immediately after these attacks. But kung stable, pwede ng mga 2 months or depending on your assessment of the patient. Yan. Thank you. Thank you, Sheila.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Dar. Dr. Iris, Dr. Dar. Ikaw na kasi ang tatanungin ko, Dr. Dar. But before that, hello from Marawi. Hello to those in Marawi City. Ang layo ng narating natin. Just a shout out to those in Marawi. Hello sa inyo. Dr. Dar, ikaw naman tatanungin ko ha. In general, how do we avoid naman arguments in the middle of conversation? Madalas kasi yan mangyari, di ba? Nag-uusap lang kayo, mamaya nag-aaway na kayo nung teenager mo. So, how do we do that?
Yeah, thank you. Good morning again, and thanks, Dr. Ais. Thanks, Dr. Dando, for that your answer kanina. Tama yun, I agree with that. Like I always tell our patients, kasi nga iba yung pagpapalaki sa isang teenager, di ba? As compared to when they were younger. You cannot, di ba pag maliliit sila, lagi tayong nakasunod, ganyan, you always like remind them, pero parang up to now, ganun pa rin ginagawa sa teens. You sort of nag. So yeah, so conflicts talaga are inevitable, lalo na when they're in the middle adolescent. Diba yung 14 to 16, yan yung, sa books, yan yung sinasabi, that's the peak of parental conflict, no? When they're in the middle adolescent.
Correct.
14 to 16, they really want to, lumayo na talaga. They're really peer focused. They want to talagang,
argue everything.
Yes, invincible. I want to try everything, look for my identity. Pero what I tell my parents is that when there's conflict, no, like I said, hindi maiwasan. We pick our battles, 'di ba? We pick our battles in terms of ano ba yung kung pinag-uusapan ay about the safety na, no?
Yeah.
About their health as well, about their safety. Yun yung kailangan mo talagang i-stress to them, no? You talk to them about it deeply, ganyan, kasi it's about their safety. Pero yung mga maliliit na bagay that, hindi naman masyadong, let's
Huwag
see.
nang patulan.
Yeah, exactly. You can parang brush it off. Yun nga, pick your battles. It's also good for the mental health of the parent. Kung diba, hindi tayo masyadong stress. Or pwede sabihan isang beses, but wag naman pa ulit-ulit. We always, I talked to a friend, yeah, we pick our battles. We know our kids, no? Kung paano natin sila pinalaki. Naaalala nila yung sinasabi natin, no? Surprisingly, parang kahit napasok dito, labas sa kabila, alam mo, nadadala nila yun. Nadadala nila yun. We just have to be, to trust them.
Thank you, Dr. Dar. Marami pa tayong mga questions dito. Before I ask you the question of Jennifer Chua, hello muna sa Davao, no? Center for Teens of SPMC from Davao City. Wow, Davao.
Sino? Sorry. Oo.
There.
Davao, hello.
Sarah Jane Sanchez from
Sarah
Davao.
Jane.
Hello, Layo. Okay, so this is another question from our chat box from Jennifer Chua. How do we discipline with love? How to make them follow house rules? And down. Talk about rules. House rules.
Oo nga eh. Ako, if you remember doon sa slide ko kanina, yan yung setting the limits, 'di ba? Yun, just like the point of Dar kanina, you just have to emphasize that this is for their own health and safety. Kaya tayo may rules. And I've always been telling our patients and even our parents, the parents of these patients, that we have to stick to our rules. And mas maganda sana if we have started setting these rules and limits earlier on, nung maliliit pa sila. Para pagdating ng teens, hindi mako-question. I know maiinggit sila bakit doon sa kabilang pamilya, very lax, no? And very, parang walang pakialam yung mga parents. But yun nga, you have to emphasize that you are the parents until they are grown up. They have to follow the rules because these are for the health and safety of all the family members. Parang maganda nga i-emphasize, it's not just for you, but for everyone. Even for small children, even for the parents, or even for the rest of the members of the family. Para hindi lang nila naiisip na parang sila lang yung nasi-center, di ba? With regards to setting rules. So everybody, as I have mentioned, it should be fair, di ba? Consistent, but there's always values that being emphasized in implementing these rules and parang IRR, you know. It's a
May
regulation.
IRR.
May
Thank you,
IRR,
Dr.
pero with
Dando.
care, kasabi nga ni Dar kanina.
Tama. Ito,
Okay.
ang dami pa nating questions. Dr. Dar naman, ito, ramdam na ramdam ko yung ng parent na to. No? From Iza Regidor, how should I make my daughter listen to us kapag napapagalitan siya? When we have disagreements, we would have some time off, then we would
Yeah.
explain what disappointed them.
Yeah.
Would
Yeah,
like
that's
to
good.
ask you some tips, paano po mas maging open and mas maiintindihan ng teens ang discussion during disagreements?
Yeah.
Parang na-discuss ko
Oo.
kanina ni Dr.
Yes.
Oo.
Yes.
Well,
Sige,
first,
maybe-
di ba, Dr.
Sige,
Iris,
Dr.
sorry,
Dar.
Dr. Iris, di ba, kudos to you. Disappointed them. It has to be two-way po, Ma'am Isa, no? Mas maging open and mas maiintindihan ng teens. When you say two-way, no? Let the teen explain her side at ikaw din if it's a matter of ginagawa namin to because, we love you. As simple as that, Miss Isa. We love you and we care for you. Ayaw namin ikaw mapahamak. And then maybe that could be a parang starting point yon ng pag-uusap ninyo if it's something to do with safety. Disagreements are, like I said, inevitable. But ito yung paano nag-grow yung anak nyo tsaka ikaw, di ba? That's how you learn. Just make sure lang that it's a two-way conversation. Napapagalitan, normal. But yeah, explain to them ba't kayo nagalit. Magbigay ng rules, pwede explain to them why you're making the rules as such. Maiintindihan po nila if we explain, hindi lang yung magagalit tayo nang hindi nila alam kung
Kung
bakit.
bakit.
Tama.
Correct. Very good,
I would just
Dar.
like to read a comment here by Jennifer Mangusad. Sabi niya, I believe that being consistent from the beginning with rules and limits has a huge impact as they grow up. So,
Right.
tama, no?
Agree,
And then,
agree.
yes, okay. Move on na tayo kasi sayang yung oras. From eto, feeling ko ako yung nagsulat nitong question na to.
Nakaka-relate ka ba,
Hindi
Ayis?
ako pala. Si
Alin
Neilin
dito, Doc? Alin
Ubaldo.
dito?
Ang
Ito
dami
kay
dyan.
Neilin. Any suggestion on tips on how to tell them that excessive use of gadgets are not advisable? Ito yung ages 9 to 13. Ito, they usually, natawa kasi ako, kasi parang ako talaga eh. They usually respond na, we got bored if we don't use gadgets. And they start drawing images like, free us from oppression.
Parang nagrarally.
Parang anak ko to, oh my God. Ito
Ang
yata
lalim,
to.
oppression talaga, Doc. Oppression.
Diba? Sige. So how do we do
Ang
that?
lalim.
Excessive use of gadgets, Dr. Dando.
Ako isa lang yan kasi masyado tayong na engage na amazed tayo with the gadgets. Nawala na kasi yung other alternatives for getting out of their boredom. Ano
You
ba?
have to have alternatives, Doc.
Get them into sports, arts. Alam mo, ang dami kong mga patient na athletes. halos talagang hindi sila gumagamit ng kanilang gadgets. And in fact, narinig ko pa yon in some of the coaches, they prevent them from getting their gadgets. Kasi nga, kung mga may bashing lang at saka yung sa social network,
Mm-mm.
naapektuhan yung sports nila, naapektuhan yung performance nila. So I think it's a challenge for the parents to create or to find things that will make their teens get distracted from the gadgets and look for other things that they will enjoy. So get into sports. Ano ba lalo ngayon? Open na tayo ulit. Siguro maintindihan natin,
Yes.
the COVID, wala talaga magawa. Lahat tayo nakakulong. So, challenge talaga yon. Pero now that we are all out ulit, nako, get them into sports. Get into different arts.
Yeah.
Community activities, o 'di ba? Productive din 'yon, 'yon, yung mga
Tama.
activities sa church,
That,
activities sa
oo.
organization, sa school. Hala, ang dami-daming pwedeng gawin. So,
Dati wala naman gadget di ba? Wala naman gadget.
exactly, exactly. So,
Okay.
parang
Sige,
ano na
thank
lang
you. Thank
'yan.
you.
So, challenge yan. Challenge to
Dr.
parents.
Irene. Move on naman tayo to parang medyo marami tayong
Ay,
ma-cover ng
talaga?
konti.
Okay,
So,
go.
another topic. From Sandra Arenilio. Yan. Some parents are some parents are opening their teens' personal messages,
Messages.
claiming it's fine with their child. What would be the
Ah.
balance for control and respect for privacy? Oy, gusto ko rin to. Gusto ko yung question na yan. So ano ba? How do we balance it? Gusto mong ma-keep yung privacy ng
Yeah.
Parents din,
child
no?
mo,
Oo.
but gusto mo rin naman, di mo rin naman alam kung ano yung nangyayari dun sa mga chat, diba? And sa social. So how? How do we balance that?
First, Doc Iris, do you agree to that? Opening their child's private message, parang
Hindi na invading their
parang hindi
privacy.
muna, we have to respect really their privacy. But if you feel as a parent na there is some issues with safety, or they're just pretty much
Yeah.
isolated, lagi nasa phone, then maybe
You
wag
can
naman po sana buksan yung
intervene.
messages.
Yeah,
No, but maybe
oo.
ask them,
Privacy pa rin.
di ba, ask them what's been going on. I noticed that you're not joining us, or hindi ka na masyado nakikipag-usap, no? And speaking of that, no, we have to really respect their privacy. So I don't personally agree on reading somebody's or your child's
Oo
messages.
naman.
Let's trust them, no? Pero like I said,
Right.
as parents, kilala natin sila. It's what we know.
Correct, correct.
Yeah, so kung medyo meron may nangyayaring hindi natin alam, maybe we can ask them without accusing. At first, Doc, I wanted also to add that our kids, kaya sila nasa gadget because they're really basically digital natives, di ba?
Oo nga,
They
right.
have been born with that.
Gen
It's
Z
like,
kasi.
tama, the rules should start
Yeah.
beginning pa lang. We
Yeah.
don't tell an 18-year-old to stop using the cell phone. 18-year-old, ah. 'Di ba? And also,
Yeah.
have free time, have gadget free times at home. So tama, sabi ni,
Oo.
parents are not perfect. Nauna na ako, Doc Ayus. We
Oo.
Oo
also
nga,
respond
nandito
of
sa chat
anger.
box.
Totoo yun, di ba? But we are
Thank
dealing
you,
with
Miss
human beings that
Jennifer.
we love.
Yes.
Give them space and privacy. If they're overly emotional, tayo rin overly emotional,
Hmm.
take some time
Right.
off. Di ba?
Right. Agree.
Apologize.
Tama.
I like that. Di ba, Doc, saying
Ako,
sorry as a parent,
di ba, ang hirap.
mahirap yun, pero
Ang
very
rule
good.
sa gadgets or social media, ang rule ko, hindi ka pwede magkaroon ng account pag hindi mo ako friend. Baka hindi ako
Wow.
i-friend eh. Diba?
Doc, pero
So, at
they
least,
have other accounts.
ay, patay. But you see,
Yun.
di ba
Ang
pag
galing
ganon,
nila.
at least you see yung mga friends
Yeah.
niya
Gusto
Friends.
ng
doon.
friends niya.
Diba? I mean, okay na yun than knowing nothing. Diba?
Yeah.
Okay. So here naman, we have question from Dr. Soy, our colleague from Medical City, Dr. Soy Gresha. Are there parenting classes or support groups available in both the private and public sectors that we can recommend to parents seeking to enhance their parenting abilities and skills? May ganun ba,
Meron,
classes?
meron. But I don't have their numbers. But we sometimes we refer some of these patients sa Ateneo. Oh, meron sila. Dr. Junicio and Dr. Junicio, yung mag-asawa, because counselors, and they do counseling and also parenting. So yan. I forgot the ano
Okay.
sorry ha. But I'm sure you can
Message ka
find
na
this in
lang
the
ni
internet.
Toy. I-message ka ni Dr. Dando.
Oo, so ay bibigay ko yung number nila, doktor.
Uh, here pa, from Jessie Saragosa. Good morning. I am an educator from Iloilo. What if one of my students share problems about family and
Okay.
instruct me not to tell his or her parents about it? How should I respond? Thank you, Jessie.
Isa lang
Paano ba
yan. If you think, ako yan, this is a red flag. If you think there's harm that's going to happen, like if you think there's already suicidal intent, no, then you have no choice but to refer also to you can refer to health professionals, but you have to tell the parents also. And actually, yun yung challenge dyan. It's the way how you will persuade the patient, no, or the student, that we need to inform the parents, because these are the within the family rule pa rin kasi yan with medical legal, we have to inform the parents about it. Pero kung ayaw, yun nga, you have to persuade. But if you think there's already a possible harm, then you can refer to health professionals that they can do counseling, no? Lalo na if you have guidance counselors in your school, or psychologists, or even psychiatrists if really needed. Or just like with us, Dar, adolescent medicine specialist. In fact, kahit yung mga pedya nyo, lalo na yung inalagaan ng pedya talaga from baby, no, hanggang maging teens, these are the perfect health professionals, because they know, they have taken care of these patients from the start. So I'm sure mas alam nila yung personality of the patient. So these are the
How
things
about,
that we can consult.
yes. How about Dr. Dando? Ito naman, specifically where do you refer itong mga, from Maria Capelan, for anger management? Specific siya for, nakakaano naman.
Oo,
Anger
medyo
management
mahirap.
daw. Where do I refer a child specifically for that? Psych ba yun? Psych na?
It depends. It depends on the condition. Ako, minsan tinatry pa rin namin. So again, pedia, and then the adolescent medicine specialist. Sometimes, the adolescent patient just need to, ang tawag doon, release, di ba? So we have this period of parang we just try to listen. As mentioned kanina by Dar, when communicating with them, listen attentively. Parang kailangan lang nilang i-release or ventilate their emotions. At kung maka-counseling by just simple talking and communicating with the adolescent patient with as pediatrician and adolescent medicine specialist, then that's good. But then if something else is wrong, or hindi or wrong, or we elicit something that may be already with mental health issues that we need to refer to psychiatrists, then that's the time that we refer also to the psychiatrist. Oh. So it depends on the evaluation talaga of the patient.
Pahabol lang regarding, thank you very much for that, Doktora. Pero may pahabol si Doktora Pia Parker Serviento here. Comment about the gadget. Sabi niya,
sige. Pia.
Emphasize to your teen that gadget use is a privilege and not a right.
Right, very good. Thank you, Pia.
So set clear rules and limits and discuss this with your teen. By involving them, they are more open to accept this now. Okay.
Yeah,
thank you,
yes,
Doktora.
thank you, Pia.
Okay.
Thank you, Doc.
I think we have naman time pa. From John Erickson Yu. If parents, any of you can answer, Dr. Dar or Dr. Iris. If parents are preparing their child, to be academically competitive, like setting standards for them academically for future opportunities. Ang daming matatamaan dito. How do we
pressure.
How do we open this and send a message without them thinking that we are controlling their future. Naku, yeah,
Sorry, oo
paano
nga,
na
Doc, natawa din siya. Doc, di ba, some families talaga put importance on education. Di ba may ganun talaga,
Correct.
some on sports, ganyan, education.
yeah,
It's nice naman to be competitive, di ba? To have goals, di ba? Yun nga gusto natin, to be
Yes.
goal-oriented. But yan, anong message? I think the message is what? They should really emphasize not on the grades, di ba, Dr. Iris? But
Correct.
their effort, 'di ba? And what they really learn. But really,
Oo.
you can basically put importance naman talaga on education. And some families do that. It's for their, tama naman, future opportunities.
Pero alam mo, sabi nga natin kanina, 'di ba? It's what we know of our children. Makikita mo
Yeah.
naman 'yan doon sa capabilities of our child or the teens.
Para hindi
But
naman
what is also
stress.
another tip siguro, role modeling din 'yan. So as
on.
parents, as ano, pakita natin ano ba yung achievement natin with being like
Yeah.
this and
And
with
what we
being like that.
prioritize. Oo.
Yes, so makikita nila, uy, okay pala maging ganito, okay maging ganyan. 'Di ba? So we role
Tama.
model, we give emphasis. So, o tingnan mo yung si ganito, si ganyan, ang ganda ng ano, 'di ba? With parang subtle ano
Very subtle,
subtle
Doc, as we
loading
don't talk.
of
Yeah.
importance of being highly
Yes.
competitive and
Okay.
everything.
Ay, nako. So, we go from academics to sports naman. Ako, ang dami kong kilala mga stage
Yes,
parents
naku.
sa sports, no? Eto, from Will Miza de la Cruz. How to encourage my daughter into sports when she prefers gadgets over physical sports when she doesn't enjoy. Ito parang she doesn't enjoy taekwondo, for instance. I already explained to her I chose si Mami ang nag-choose for her. Kasi sabi niya, it's for her safety as well.
Correct, agree.
Self-defense.
Self-defense.
Oo,
Yeah,
so
agree.
yung mga ganyan. So sa sports, paano yon? Do we choose for them? Or,
Okay.
diba, papiliin natin sila, no? Expose
Yeah.
them.
Like what Mom
Expose.
Jennifer said, though.
Oo,
He was gonna
right.
choose a sport for her child, but then
Yeah.
parang wala, and then he just suddenly asked if he wanted to play badminton. I think that's
Correct.
important, di ba?
Yeah,
Okay.
explore.
Child
Ang daming
wants.
pwede. Correct.
Oo.
Pero
Not
yun
on
nga
my list, but we supported him. Not on Mom's list, but yeah, we supported him. Very good yun. I
Very
think,
good.
yeah, let the child, let the
Agree.
Wala. Let them choose, no?
Let them
them
choose.
Pero guilty
Kasi,
ako dyan eh. Kasi ako gusto ko mag-tennis talaga yung anak kong isa.
Parang
Ayaw.
ikaw.
Gusto niya basketball. At least may sport.
saka yung iba,
Ako,
di ba,
no.
iba pinag-aaral mag-ballet, mag-piano. Hindi.
Ayaw
And
pala
it's
nila.
okay if they
Palang,
change, di ba? Sometimes also paiba-iba, di ba, Doc? They have
Yes,
different
pwede talaga
interests until they
yan.
find out.
Correct.
mga
You have to
piano, di ba?
explore.
Ano
Explore.
lesson.
Explore
Oo.
talaga. Yan yung ano.
Ito, meron pa. Again, from Will Miza de la Cruz, may question pa siyang isa. How do we approach them when our teens ask us about sexual preferences? Medyo mahirap na topic to discuss.
Oo, mahirap yan. Mahirap yan.
Sexual preferences. What is our approach dapat?
Sige, Dar, you first. Sige. Sorry.
Ikaw muna, Doc.
Daya. Hindi. Very sensitive talaga yan with regards to sex preferences, no? But we always tell them, especially during these teenage years, diba? I've mentioned, hindi pa talaga sila fully developed with regards to decision-making skills. So we have to guide them first, no? We have to parang look at the pros and cons of all of these things. We have to give them the benefits and of course the disadvantages and the complications of all of these things. But we have to guide them through all of these things. Pero yun nga, health and safety pa rin yung titingnan natin with regards to choosing safe sex preferences. Mahirap kasi ang daming influences. It's not just within the family, no, but mas nakikita natin environmental eh. And as we have mentioned in the developmental milestones, ang laki ng influences of the peer, 'di ba? So yun yung that's why you have to look at the whole environment of your teen. Sino ba yung mga barkada niya? Sino yung peers niya, 'di ba? Safe ba or healthy ba yung mga ginagawa nila? So yun yung ating titingnan with regards to the preferences. Pero kung wala namang ginagawa, 'di ba? Guide them through lang. And then give the advantages, disadvantages, the dangers, and the possible complications, yung mga ganyan.
Yes.
But you have to understand their feelings kasi
Where they're
baka nga
coming from.
confused, no?
Opo.
But yes,
Opo,
Dar.
Doc.
Oh.
And di ba, Doc, the gender is it's a spectrum, so it can change, no? Depende kung ilang taon na po ba yung anak. But when they come to you like
Yes,
that,
yung age.
maybe you can ask, what does she mean by being bisexual? Di ba? Yung mga terms ngayon ng mga bata, alam na nila eh. So, but they might not fully understand what they come to you, ma'am, I'm gay. So maybe ask them, anong ibig sabihin nun, no, to you?
Right,
I think
right.
understanding them and making them feel that we accept them. At saka tama, yung safety later on about their safety and respect.
Yes, the respect.
Yung love talaga that you accept them as who they are and tell them
Right.
that, they should also respect themselves as much as,
Correct.
they
Oo.
respect others, whatever
Yes.
gender they choose.
So
Yes,
values
thank
pa rin, 'di ba? Dar, yun pa rin yung main diyan. Love and
Okay.
values of the
Correct.
family.
Correct,
Okay.
correct. And let's remind the participants here, no, regarding sexuality, we will have a webinar on this in
Correct.
October. So abangan niyo 'yon, no? Very specific to those topics yung i-discuss during that webinar. So
Very
you
very
can
exciting yan.
exciting
Sexuality.
'yon. I will just read off the comments pa before we end here. Si Olga Asana says she fully agrees that our child's pediatrician can play a very significant role in talking to our teens. And
Correct.
I commend Dr. Eli Senseng, TMC also yan, for being our great partner. And Jennifer Manghusad says also, freedom to choose is very crucial to them at this age. I know, sabi niya, I know because I was a teen too before. Tayo dumaan dyan, diba? And lastly, in terms of gadget use, another good strategy from Maria Maria
Adomed
Essel.
natin, Adomed namin yan. From
Oh, si
Cagayan de Oro.
Doktora pala,
Si
Doktora Essel
Essel. Hi,
Bermejo.
Essel.
Doktora Essel, ang sabi ni Doktora Essel, in terms of gadget use, another good strategy is patient education in an
Yes.
age-appropriate manner. Probably telling them the advantages, disadvantages of gadget overuse in a very friendly manner can work
Correct.
too. Basta, not in a manner na parang
Correct.
nagsisermon. Oh, hirap.
Parang hirap,
Introduce the
Ais.
idea. Hirap eh. Introduce the idea of gadget time. So that they'll think that everything is to be balanced. Okay.
Yes.
And then sabi ni Danmer Consing, body-mind, psychosomatic integration. Ay, parang malalim.
Oo nga. Pero kasama yan. Yan. Body and mind.
Jennifer says, thank you to all of the doctors. Thank you, Dr. Iris Lau and Dr.
Thank you.
Thank you po.
Dar.
Thank you
So,
din.
unfortunately, that is all the time we have for questions. Dr. Iris and Dr. Darlene, may I now ask you for any parting words? Iksian nyo na lang ha.
Oo
Sabi
nga,
ni
short.
Jackie.
One sentence, Doc.
Hindi, yung
Sige,
sa
Dr.
akin. Yes. Ako na muna.
Go ahead.
Okay, sige. Sige, Ayis. Ako, yung sasabihin ko, actually, sinabi ng Dr. Essel. Age-appropriate approach, di ba? As we have mentioned kanina in our lecture, since our patients or the teens have different stages from early, middle, and late, and their brain is still developing, especially in decision-making skills, we have to approach them according to age and development. So, hindi pwedeng we assume that because they are physically parang mature na, pero their thinking is still in a child. So we have to approach them age appropriately. Yan. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Doc,
Dr.
for me,
Dar?
yeah, for me, we acknowledge again all the parents who've and those who take care of teens, because the parents talaga and all of us, we're a great source of positive messaging to our teens kahit na sometimes they don't want to
Oo.
listen to us or acknowledge us. So we really have an influence on them more than we realize. Yun lang,
Wag,
Doc.
wag tayo mapapagod.
Parang ako yung sinasabihan niyo. Okay. Well said. Well said, Dr. Iris and Dr. Dar. Truly, this discussion has been a great start to our morning, our Saturday morning. So to all of you watching this morning and to Dr. Iris, Dr. Dar, yung kape niyo
Hi.
dyan.
Yes. Thank you.
Until our next coffee
Coffee and conversation.
Conversations.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you again to our resource speakers. I enjoyed our coffee and conversation this morning. And for all our participants, thank you also for joining us. For your certificate, you may scan the QR code or click the link on the chat box. I will return to this slide in a while. But for inquiries about us and other pediatricians and other specialists at the Medical City, please contact the Institute of Pediatrics with this number. If you want to consult with our adolescent medicine specialist directly, you may set your appointment through the Medical City Pediatric Multi-Specialty Center at the Wellness Center. The contact numbers are flashed on your screen. I would also like to invite you to our upcoming webinars. The annual Children's Summit is back again this year. On June 22, 2024, Saturday, the developmental pediatric experts will tackle all things behavior with a forum entitled Understanding Behaviors Inside Out and the 360 Approach to Management. Join this online full-day forum via Zoom, via registering through this link or by scanning the QR code. There is just a minimal fee of 500 pesos. Deadline for registration is on June 7, 2024. So register soon. And to continue our discussion about teens, we are inviting you to this year's Teen Congress on December 2024 from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. via Zoom. Our experts in adolescent medicine psychiatry will discuss all about substance and behavior addiction with a congress entitled Breaking the Habit, Understanding and Managing Teen Addiction. Watch out for the start of registration for this forum by August 2024. And again, thank you very much for spending your morning with us today for the Institute of Pediatrics Learning Academy's Coffee and Conversations. I leave you with a link to the certificate. The link will be open only until 5 p.m. today. So see you in our next webinar. Again, I am Dr. Iris Tuazon for Coffee and Conversation of the Medical City Institute of Pediatrics, your partner in pediatric healthcare. Good morning, everyone, and see you.